There are big men and then there are big men. Scott Saward is in the latter category. All 21 stones of him. We haven't seen him in a while. 6 years, in fact, he's been out of the ring since he bumped into a young Fabio Wardley, now the British champion, of course. And having pursued a life with a family, married, kids, and joining the fire brigade, here he is belatedly back in action, doing what he loves, and that is fighting. He's always been in and around the fighting game. The 30-year-old, 7 years younger than Phil Williams, but 5 inches taller, significantly heavier. Look at that, we're talking about 40 pounds or so in weight between the pair of them. Plus he's also got a 6-inch reach advantage. In other words, the bases are loaded tonight. Is it going to make any difference? We shall see. Let's find out. Well, I'm sure he's been thinking, dreaming, wondering about this for quite some time. He always said he was inevitably going to come back to the boxing ring, Scott Saward. Just the 43 pounds between them tonight. And Barry, that's about the same as when Amir Khan fought Canelo. I'm jesting, of course, but it's a big, big apparent disadvantage that the wily Phil Williams has got to overcome tonight.
It is with you think strength and weight, but also, you know, when you're carrying all that weight around, if you can tie him up early, make him miss, make him have to lean on you and push you away, then that energy will tire quicker.
Always been in fighting, did karate as a 6-year-old for about 9 years, kickboxing, dabbled in MMA, boxing, and here he is back to his first love, and that is the boxing game. Actually spent a bit of time away in the world of strongman, the southeast strongest man, apparently Scott Saward. How much of all of that is going to come to bear? I tell you what, Sam, that's a pretty meaty left hook to the body he just threw.
Yeah, he started fast, especially for a big lad. He's whipping the body shots in. But yeah, I'd like to see him get behind his jab, just settle down a little bit.
Trying to feint there, wasn't he? To be fair to him.
I'll tell you what, I bet he didn't need a ladder to put a fire out when he worked for him.
Good jab there from Williams. He's actually pretty nimble for a big guy, Saward.
So that body shot, though, if he just would have turned his wrist a little bit when he threw the shot, he just slapped it a little bit inside the glove. Nice and loose, isn't he, to be fair?
He's a lot lighter on his feet than I thought he was going to be, yeah.
I think that's the thing that back in the day, now people understand with Tyson Fury, but back in the day, quite a few years ago, they couldn't quite get their head around how nimble and athletic he was.
Just floats around like a middleweight.
Unbelievable, yeah.
Good right hand there.
Good jab, Saward. And again, looks loose, doesn't he?
Well, what he's not wasting any energy by loading up, pushing the shot. So he's just flicking them. So they might lack a little bit of weight or a bit of power, but it means you're going to get comfortable in the ring, establish that lead.
Just getting used to being back in there again as well after being out for so long.
Oohs and ahs as he missed with that left hook.
I don't know who he thought he was going to hit with that, because he's punching at his shoulder height. Nobody's that tall. Good shot.
Another slashing body shot from Saward. Phil Williams peppering with a couple of jabs. Look at the concentration on his face too. Shake of the head from Phil Williams at the end of that round. A little early scare for him, but I think that 3 minutes under his belt, pretty composed, wasn't he, the big fella?
It's a glorious time to be a heavyweight. And if you can be, half decent, you're going to get the challenge for something.
There's
and earn plenty of money.
There's almost a case to be made for
seconds out, round 2.
Actually, they're being super heavyweight. Yeah. And then just heavyweight. But anyway, I don't want to get into that
and a few more organisations as well, Alex. That'd be a fantastic idea.
Don't say that.
We can all be a champion.
But when you think of sort of Ali and people in his generation, even a Foreman was considered a big man, but he's 220 pounds or thereabouts.
Times have changed dramatically, haven't they?
Oh, nice uppercut there from Saward. Come out with a little bit of devil. Oh, leaned in with that jab. That was a cracker. Don't suspect there were many people throwing their hat into the ring, sticking their hand up for this assignment.
No. Good right hand again there from Saward.
Sets a good pace for a big guy as well.
My only concern with him is there's a big gap between the gloves for his defence.
Oh, body shot again, left hook. It's been one of the best punches he's landed. Saward trying to punch through the guard again with the uppercut. Williams riding the storm.
Yeah, just like when he goes forward, he's actually put that right glove in front of his chin, like so the palm is facing his opponent rather than have it by the side of your face, because there's a big gap there. So he might walk onto a straight shot.
I watched one of his MMA fights actually last night, and it was actually one of the moment when they're kind of leaning on each other there, and it was a left hook out of the clinch. He was kind of almost a bit careless that he was caught with, but so far no dangers for him. Oh, nice jab.
Yeah, right through the guard there. Good body shot as well from Williams.
Williams calling him on.
He's seen the blood, hasn't he?
He's warming to the task, Phil.
There's a bit of blood in the mouth there of Saward there. I think Williams got a little bit of confidence from that.
Oh yeah, you see it now. I think it's the nose, isn't it?
The nose, yeah.
Just smeared that away with his glove. Goes for the left hook to the body again, Saward, and maybe just the pace has dipped and the breathing's. Sam, the blood coming out of the nose, it's not going to help the breathing.
No, yeah, that goes down the back of your throat, and it does hinder your breathing. But yeah, maybe Williams has felt the pace drop slightly here, but he's looked back on his game now, Saward.
Bound to have been he looked relaxed early on, Saward, didn't he? But bound to be a little bit of nervous energy. Round for Williams, bloody the nose of Saward at the end of a couple. Here we go then into round 3, and as ever, Phil Williams standing, not sitting in between rounds.
I was just thinking that. What's your thoughts on that, Barry? Because obviously, when we spar, we never sit down. The only time we ever sit down between rounds is in a fight.
Yeah, you do whatever's comfortable for you, but I would say, because fights are so intense,
it's just getting any bit of life back
yeah,
into
you got to
it
get
you
the rest
can.
sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah. And also, the whole sit-down scenario should keep you calm to be able to listen to instructions a little bit more brightly. Never worked for me, but.
Both trading jabs.
But for these big fellas, though, for Saward, to get down on that stool, I'm not sure it's worth the effort. That's an effort get up and down, isn't it?
Some heavyweights bring their own stool, don't they?
Yeah, and Fury has a big one as well, doesn't he?
Oh, Tyson's is like a bar stool.
You know, it's actually from a bar. The old Fury, anyway.
And that's maybe how he needs to use. I was going to ask you, how does he use his size? And he just basically shoved Williams off him there and landed a shot Saward.
The jab's nice and fast, but also sometimes you can just push the jab out. Now, not too slow, but I mean, just put a bit of weight in it and then lean with the shot. Body shot, I'll give that to him.
A couple that left and right from Phil Williams, and Saward then landed one of his own. But I think, Sam, Phil Williams looks pretty comfortable, doesn't he? Relatively.
Yeah, it looks relatively comfortable, yeah. He's just, but sometimes the safest place is chest to chest, because you can't get no leverage into your shots, nothing like that. That's a little step back here from Saward and get some leverage into his shots. He might put Williams in a bit of trouble. But when they're wrestling inside, he looks pretty comfortable.
Oh, that was a nice counter, wasn't it? Williams back with a couple of his own, but it was Saward who landed that lovely short right-hand counter, but Williams straight back into the furnace.
But also with Because they're not always the fastest of punches here from Saward. The weight of the shot sometimes, you can get used to that. Sometimes you need a bit of acceleration in the punch to really make it feel, real feel it, enough to panic.
Closing seconds of round 3. Pace, unsurprisingly, just dipping a wee bit. Doesn't look like that blood from the nose is the same problem in this round that it was in the previous one. And we have got one more to go.
Seconds out, 4th and final round.
Here we go then, 4th and final round. Trading jabs, the final 3 minutes. The jab and the kind of left hook to the body. Oh, it'd be the punches for Saward. They both go at it there. Lovely shot there from Phil Williams.
Oh, good shot from Saward.
Yeah, good response there from Saward. Lovely right hand.
Well, it looks like they're both going to go for it, is the answer to the question. Frightening, those little exchanges when they let their hands go, Barry.
Yeah, heavy hand, big lumps. Needs the uppercut through the middle here, so now while he has Williams on the ropes. Good body shot.
Yeah, and again, it's the left hook, which is the punch for Saward, leaning on Williams above us.
And again, good left hook and a right hand.
Good pressure from Saward. He's kind of mauling and using all of his weight. Oh, lovely body shots, 3, 4, 5 of them, one side and t'other.
Just needs the uppercut to finish it off.
Well, we wondered who would kick on in the final round. So far, it's Saward.
Yeah, he quit in his teeth here, and he saw it was a real good effort.
Again, just a little trickle of blood from the nose. I think the referee just warning him about the head in those exchanges up close. Phil Williams not really complaining about the break.
He said he got hit a little bit low, I think, there.
I must admit, I didn't see that.
Here we go again.
Talking about last week, if Phil Williams' waistband was in play, I think we'd be talking about a different discussion entirely.
Which waistband? There's about 3 on the go there.
Here we go. Back to it. Williams is looking just for one big counter shot. And I think the body work is so which is going to be the story of the fight, I suppose.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, really has been impressive, hasn't it, from him? Good effort there from Williams.
Saward covering up. Williams happy to grab on. He tried to get the ropes. The referee just said, "I'll be taking points off if you're not careful." Minute to go.
Lovely snappy left hook there from Saward. Really clever shot.
Well, it's been his round, hasn't it? Maybe just to seal the deal.
Be careful of that head again, though.
Complaints from the Williams corner about the head of Saward, which the referee spoke to him about previously. Misses wildly with the right hand, but there's a lot of pressure actually in terms of the pace and intensity. It's been the best round of the fight for Saward.
Oh, good work, body and head. He's really pushing hard here, Saward. Good finish.
He's put a shift in this last round, hasn't he, Saward, to be fair?
Yeah, and the pace had sort of dipped a wee bit rounds 2 and 3. This is quite impressive.
Perfect fight back for him after 5 years out the ring.
Lovely chopping right hand. He kind of engineered that Saward, though. He just took a clubbing right on the bell. Late flourish from Williams, but he took a lot of pressure there from Saward. Fine finish from the big man. Excellent cardio, surprisingly so, for the final 3 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of boxing, we go to the referee scorecard. Referee Lee Every scores the bout 39 to 37. And your winner, from the blue corner, Scott Saward!
Wry smile from Phil Williams, who, pot-shotted his way through the first couple of rounds, but I think that big flourish definitely sent it Saward's way. And joy, relief, probably a lot of emotions going on right now. 6 years or so out of the ring, but that finish down the stretch, absolutely fantastic from Saward, pleasing his fans, plenty of them.
Scott, over 5 years out of the ring, back to winning ways. Just talk to me about how you're feeling.
Yeah, I'm feeling great. It's been a hard camp, hard road back, really hard. Got the win, wasn't as pretty as I wanted it, but it's done.
You got it done. Was there a lot of pressure going into that tonight? There's been a lot of people talking about you in the lead up to this fight.
Yeah, there was more than I was expecting. I come back, I thought I'd jump on a small hall show or whatever, but ended up on top tier with all the promotion and everything, which has been great. But added pressure, but it was all good.
Now you are back to fighting. What is the plan for you going forward? What does the next year look like?
That's up to my trainers and managers. We just go back to the gym, assess what went on in there, work on it, get back in.
Did it feel any different being in there tonight, having had over 5 years out?
Yeah, it felt a bit rusty. This camp's been hard with my job. I've not got as much sparring in as I wanted to, so there's a bit of rust there, but felt good. Phil's a strong guy to come back to. I know he's not got the best record, but he's had a few losses that I don't think reflect good on him. But yeah, it's a good, credible opponent to come back to, big guy.
How good was it to have the amount of support that you had in here tonight?
It's absolutely amazing. I think I've probably done the most tickets in the place. Every single person has paid to come to see me. I love you. I love you so much. Massive, huge shout out to my wife. Without her, I wouldn't be able to do any of this. I've been a monster through this camp, up and down. It's been so hard, and she's been there the whole way. And the rest of my family, there along the way as well.
Important question, when are we next seeing you back out?
I'm not sure. I've got a holiday to go to with my family first of all, and then we'll assess when I'm back. But I miss my kids, babies, I love you, and I'll be back soon.
Brilliant, it's great to have you back, well done.
Thank you very much.